Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Banter Bros podcast. My name is Damien,
And I am Minnie.
and just to tell you a little bit about what we do here, we just talk about different topics. It's just banter. We bring up different things. As y'all have seen, if y'all have been listening, if y'all are not been listening, we just talk about everything and anything. We did anime tier lists. We've done, talking about all the crazy stuff and space and stuff like that. We've done it all, We're going to keep going and keep doing everything else. So what's been going on in your life, Minnie? What's going on, man?
Nothing much. Started a new job. Got offered another job. Then I figured out that my old job wasn't terminated from, and I could have been working there this entire time. Kind of pissed me off.
Yeah. When he told me, I was mad. I was like,
so now I'm gonna try and go back to that job for a little bit, see if I can work there for a little bit. But yeah, other than that, nothing's really been changing. New jobs, not terrible. Work at a fucking gas station, so it is what it is. We've been celebrating Preston's birthday today, so I'm a little.
yeah.
I've been drinking since like 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm completely sober for this one, surprisingly.
Yeah, I'm not.
I've been slowing down on drinking. I really haven't been doing a lot of it since my daughter's third birthday, but
I don't drink that much, period.
But yeah.
But yeah, no, I've been drinking since about 1, so I'm a little tipsy. Still drinking, but yeah, I'm ready for hopefully a good fun episode. Hopefully you got something good and fun planned.
I do, and I really don't have anything else new in my life or anything like that I want to talk about. But I do want to get into this podcast because I have a lot to say on the subject. But as it being October, I wanted to give a little spooky vibe, and I wanted to rate horror movies. And I instantly knew when I came up with this idea that it was going to be bad for you. But
horror movies suck.
Yes, but I want to go down the list of some movies, and I want to state my opinion. And if y'all are listening, you could I think it's perfect, honestly, because we have someone that you don't really like horror movies.
I haven't watched any,
and that, but you also don't like horror movies. You're like, you have your opinion on it, and then I love horror movies. I love all horror movies.
Yeah, and that's to each their own. But my thing is, when we did the anime tier list, you watch anime, I watch anime. Doing a horror tier list.
There were some of those animes that you didn't.
So guys, this is a Damien episode. I'm not even gonna speak. This is all Damien.
You're too inebriated.
I could speak.
You could speak,
but there's nothing for me to speak on because I can't have an opinion on something that I don't know about.
Well, I'm gonna do some of the movies that I know you have seen, and we're gonna start it off Halloween. And we're going to go back to the ranking, how we're going to do this.
So I say just like the regular tier list?
No, we're going to have A, B, and C tier. That you have C is the worst fucking the worst scary movie you can possibly have. You have B tier, which is it's a decent movie and you could watch it over again.
Excuse my French, but that's pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah, it is, but I don't want to have a long ass tier list.
We don't need a long ass. There at least needs to be an S.
An S?
Yeah, S tier.
All right, so we got S tier, we got A tier, we got B tier, and C tier. All right, C tier, worst scary movie ever. We got B, which is it's all right. You could watch it again, but it's not the best. And then we have A tier, great movie, solid, but it might be too old or something like that. Just, it's not that good, And then you have S tier, the just great horror movies of all time. Of all time, That's what S tier is. And that's only how we're going to put it there.
Why don't we do S, A, B, F? Because C is a passing grade.
I really hate the... Okay, we're doing it that way, all right? No C, straight to F. If you ain't making an A or B, get out of the class. You're making an F. All right, but that's what we're going to do here, all right? Starting it off with the Halloween movie. You've seen that one?
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Michael Myers.
One time.
All right, you've seen which one? Because there's...
Halloween.
Now, there's 3 of them that are named Halloween.
No.
There's 3 Halloween movies named.
They have different names. Halloween something else.
No,
and
no,
that's
no.
Halloween.
There's multiple Halloween movies because there's. I
Look it up on your
I
phone.
can look it up right now.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to. Hold on a second. Here we go. I got some service. Hold on a second. Oh nope. We're gonna have to open up the shed. That's the shed door, guys. Sorry. Gotta get some service here.
I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure there's only one Halloween movie, then the others are named Halloween something else. Halloween 2, Halloween Witches something or another. There's multiple Halloween movies, yes, but only one is called Halloween, specifically. But yeah, no, this is not really, you know.
Sorry guys.
Yeah, so I'm
for all y'all that know me.
I'm gonna fill the time. I'm gonna fill the time by talking about how the fuck I don't know anything about horror movies. I haven't watched like any of the classics. I haven't watched Friday the 13th. I haven't watched Nightmare on Elm Street. I haven't watched like really any horror movies. I mean, really none. And any that I have seen, I was usually falling asleep in the middle of it because they're so boring. This is just my opinion. You can like horror movies if you want. For me, the only time a horror movie is good is when you're going on a date with a girl and you go to a horror movie. That's about the only time that I could see that a horror movie can be, you know, pretty good. But yeah, no, I haven't watched a lot of horror movies. I don't really enjoy watching horror movies. More or less, if I watch a horror, like I watched It. That movie made me laugh. It was more funny than it was scary. I've seen like a handful of them, but not really a lot. And I mean, I've seen A Quiet Place, but I don't even know if that's considered horror. I think that's more of a thriller.
Quiet Place is.
It's thriller. I'm pretty sure that's a thriller movie. I don't know if that counts as horror. I feel like that's more of a thriller than it is a horror movie.
Okay, we got it here, guys. So you have a lot of Halloween movies. There's multiples. So you have the original Halloween movie from 1978, which is the Halloween movie.
So yeah, Halloween, yeah. Halloween Ends, Halloween Kills, Halloween 2, Halloween H2O, Halloween The Curse of something, Halloween 4, The something, Halloween 5, The something, Halloween Resurrector, Halloween The Night something, Halloween Homecoming.
Now you have...
So like I said,
listen, I'm not done, because those are just the original Halloween movies written by this person, because now they have the Rob Zombie Halloween movie that came out in 2009.
Which is called Rob Zombie Halloween.
No, it's not. It's called Halloween, and then it just says...
Is it with Michael Myers?
Yes, it's got Michael Myers. Yes, it's written by...
Look up all Halloween movies. And I'm not talking about Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie, I'm sorry, those movies fucking suck. I know you enjoy those movies, but those movies fucking suck. I'm sorry. Rob Zombie does not count as a Halloween movie. If it's not canonical to the Halloween Michael Myers shit, then it's not a Halloween movie. Just because it has Michael Myers in it.
So there you go.
All Halloween movies.
That's all the Halloween movies.
Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, Halloween 4, The Rise of Michael Myers, Halloween 5, The Return of Michael Myers, Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, Halloween H2O, 20 years later, Halloween Resurrection, Halloween 2007. That's
the Rob Zombie one, the one that came out in 2007.
Yeah, that's a remake, so that doesn't count.
What do you mean it's a?
It says Halloween remake. When I click on the movie, it literally says Halloween remake, so that doesn't count. Halloween 2, probably another Mike Myers.
Yeah.
Halloween 2, Family is Forever. Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends. So the only one is the newest, one of the newer ones, Halloween 2018. That's the only other one that is called Halloween, which was like a revamp of the series since 10 years.
That's why I was asking which one have you seen. But now that we got down into that,
because there's one Halloween movie. I'm sorry, there's the original Halloween 1978, Halloween the 2018. If you would have just said Halloween 28, that's Halloween 2018. I don't. I mean, I just.
Well,
I've
I'm
only.
sorry,
heard-
I didn't know I didn't know the dates on them, man. I didn't know.
You're good. I'm just saying that there's only one Halloween movie.
Right.
There's two, yes, but it's the 2018 version.
But
So I was wrong about there only being one.
So
but when I watched Halloween, the first one, it was a long time ago before before the 2018 one came out.
right, but back to Halloween. Where would you rank Halloween on those tier lists if you had to rank it?
If I had to rank it, you said, so F is the worst. B probably.
No, definitely not.
All of the movies are going B or F for me. I'm sorry. All horror movies, all of them are. I'm sorry. I cannot rank a horror movie S tier. I can't rank a horror movie A tier. I watched it. I didn't. That was one of the horror movies I didn't fall asleep to.
Right.
But it wasn't like a super enjoyable experience for me. It wasn't like one of the best movies I've seen. It wasn't even like a great movie. It was something I watched and I somewhat enjoyed some parts of it. But it's not something that I'd ever go out of my way to watch again.
Right, and I will agree with you that I'm at that, but I definitely think it's I know we said B tier is like one of those ones you could watch again and everything like that, but like you wouldn't go out of your way to watch it. But
I thought we said B tier was something because it's
B tier is you could watch it
it's
again.
SABF.
Yeah, and F is that's the worst movie ever. B tier is we can it's a good movie, but we can watch it.
Then we need a C tier.
I mean,
because I'm sorry, but it's not something that I'd
then
watch
I guess we'll
again.
do B.
It's not something that I ever watch again. It's not something I'd go out of my way to watch. I watched it once, and that's it. And that's all I'm ever probably going to watch it. Unless I walk into a room and someone else is watching, and they're like, hey, you want to sit down and watch this with me? I'm like, hey, you got some popcorn or something? You got something to make this? You got a shot of fucking whiskey or some shit like that? Sure, I'll sit down and watch it. But if I have something else to do, I'm going to go do that.
Right. But I definitely rank it. I guess we can go with B tier there, and if we're gonna we'll have A. Well,
no,
B,
it's
C.
honestly it's up to you.
Well, it is up to me, and that's why I think it would go more on the A tier, just because I could watch it every year on during the Halloween season. I could definitely watch it every year, once a year, and that's what I think a good A tier movie is one of the ones you could watch every year like that. It's a good Halloween movie. It's especially for like the
But yeah, I want to go ahead and preface this that all the movies that you're gonna state, I'm gonna put in B or F. Those are the only two tiers that they're going in. If there was a C, I'd put it in C. If there was a D, I'd put them all in D.
Well, everyone in the comments can just roast you on how your taste in movies is horrible.
roast. My taste in movies is horrible. No, I like good movies.
No, I like
horror movies are not good movies if they're predictable in every single way that they are. If they make 20 of them in a fucking row and every single one after the first one is shit. I'm sorry.
They're not shit. I like all of them.
You like every single one of the Halloween movies. You like every single one of the Friday the 13th movies. You like every single one of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Even people who are avid fans of Friday, even people who are avid fans of those movies, still are like, yeah, no, some of those did not need to be made.
Right, I'm looking at this list right now because you said that. I'm like looking at the list of the Halloween movies. Like the H2O one, I've never seen. I won't say that I've watched all of these and I would watch them every year, but like the original Halloween movie, like you were saying, like this is what we're ranking, that specific one, I would watch that Halloween movie.
I understand what you're saying, but you're saying that every single one, I have a bad taste because I don't like horror movies. No, I have a good taste because I don't like horror movies.
Right.
That's just my opinion. Other people like horror movies. You can like horror movies. I don't give a fuck. But I don't have bad taste because I don't like movies that aren't really made, to be the best movies ever.
Right.
No horror movie is going to be on the list of best movies ever made.
Yeah, I think so.
They're never going to be top grossing. What horror movie has ever been top grossing?
The Conjuring. Annabelle.
Look it up then, because I do not believe you. I don't believe any horror movie has ever been top grossing in the world, or even in the United States, has made more money than any other movie in the United States. I'm sorry, I don't believe it. Because it's not possible. Just don't believe that's possible. Horror movies, they can be good movies. Sure. If you like horror movies, go watch a horror movie. I don't care. But I like an enjoyable experience with a movie that has good plot, no plot holes, and it's a good movie that I can sit down and watch. Horror movies I cannot sit down and watch because I'm sitting there and I'm like, ugh, falling asleep or bored out of my fucking mind. But that's just I just don't think that there's been any horror movie that's been top grossing. I just don't think so.
Well, I mean, oh, perfect. 2 movies. I mean,
what?
I mean, you could read it. It kind of says it's been top grossing, but
so let's see. The highest grossing horror movie that's the highest grossing horror movie. Like if we're categorizing it by genre, then yeah, there's gonna be a top grossing out of all horror movies, of course. But if we're talking top grossing movie out of overall, finds both dollar figures and inflation. Let me see.
well, I mean, like, to all the people that are listening,
those are the 2 highest grossing. Let me just look up top grossing movies.
The Halloween movies are really good. Like, like they're not really good, but they're good. They're good scary movies. So I think of it as like, especially like if you're just getting into movies and you just wanting to like start into like watching scary movies and stuff like that. Like growing up, like I went through a phase watching, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and then we watched the Halloween movies, and then we watched Friday the 13th movies, and then we did Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Like my parents made me watch all those movies to scare the hell out of me, Like, so like we were always watching scary movies at that house. Like if they were rated R, I'm watching them at the house instead of at the movie theater. But I mean, I have a spot in my heart for Halloween or horror movies. I really like ghost horror movies because I'm a really big, deep believer in ghosts and stuff like that. Y'all already know that if y'all been listening, but yeah, like I mean, I definitely like The Conjuring. The freaking. Like all the Conjuring movies were great. I watched the Annabelle movies. I had a creepy event with the Annabelle movies one time. Freaking power went out in the movie theater. That was crazy.
Oh, okay.
What you got?
144.
144 movies
on the top grossing of all top grossing movies ever. Number 144, the first horror movie. It. That's 100. Oh, that's 145. Top grossing movies ever, 145 on the list.
Hey, that's a lot. Out of a lot of movies, that's pretty high up there.
No, it isn't.
You're talking about
top grossing to me is like top 10. That's top 10 grossing. If you're below top 10. Like, yeah, you can be a really good movie and be below top 10, but it's in the hundreds. Yeah. 145, and that's the first horror movie is It. And that's the original It, I'm pretty sure.
If that's the original It, that was way back then.
No, that's 2017 It.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which that movie is bad. That movie's funny. Made me laugh.
I think it was funny, I liked it.
It wasn't exactly a horror movie. It was more of a funny movie.
I mean, there's some parts that freaking freak me out. Especially in the second one.
But aren't you sort of scared of clowns?
Not really. I'm not scared of clowns. I used to listen to ICP.
But yeah, no, that's the only
one?
Unless you count Monsters Incorporated.
Horror.
Monsters Inc.
That's scary.
The child show.
Yeah. They were scaring kids. That was literally the whole point of it. No, but moving on to the next one. All right. The next horror movie I know is one you've seen, Annabelle.
Two. I haven't seen the first one.
You haven't seen the first? Annabelle 2? Okay.
I saw that because y'all invited me to go to the movie theaters and y'all paid for my tickets. So I was like, sure, I'll go. Yeah. That was the day that I went in. I told y'all to go ahead. And I could get popcorn and shit. I got popcorn and shit and went to walk in the theaters. I already bought the ticket.
Yeah.
But they stopped me at the ticket counter. It's like, how would I have gotten the ticket?
Yeah.
If, like, it just doesn't make any sense. And they're like, hey, so you here with somebody? It's like, first off, I'm old enough to see this fucking movie.
Right? Like, I paid for my ticket, bitch.
Secondly, yes, I'm here with fucking people, but what the fuck does that matter? I'm old enough to see this fucking movie. Yeah. And then I had to call. I called Bassford, and then Bassford asked you to come out, and you came out. Yeah. And then you came out, and you're like, come on, buddy. And I was like, I'm going to stab you in your fucking throat.
Right. think it's a dog digging up in there.
But yeah, no, yeah, Annabelle 2, B tier.
B tier.
I was falling asleep in the movie theater, dude. The only good part, because I've only seen it that one time when we went to the theaters. The only good part about watching that movie was the fact that I looked to my left and Bassford kept closing his eyes and covering his eyes. He would literally,
he has a fear of dolls.
Cover his eyes during parts of the movie, and I was just like, "That's fucking hilarious."
Yeah. He has a fear of dolls, so he was like, he like those movies actually scared him. Like I remember when the first one came out, me and him were. We were at his house watching it, and freaking, he was like, the whole time, he was like jumping and stuff, and then his mom came out, and she threw one of his sister's dolls from her room on top of him, and dude, he lost his shit, dude. He was like, rolled out. I've never seen this dude roll so fast, dude.
That's fucking hilarious.
But, yeah, like I definitely think I'm gonna rank it at A tier for me because it's one of those good ones I like. I like the whole Annabelle stuff, and it's plus that's not, the movies are not accurate to what happened in real life, but they have
obvious fucking Lee.
Right.
No doll comes to life and starts doing that shit. No little girl's gonna get possessed.
Well, the Annabelle doll is a real thing, and
the Annabelle doll is real. Yes,
and it's locked.
But has it done any of those things? No. Yes, and if it was haunted, locking it in a glass case is gonna stop it from doing all this crazy shit.
It's not just locked in a glass case. It's got a whole bunch. It's bound.
Bound.
Yes.
By what?
Spiritual prayers and
yokai, whatever you fucking say.
But yeah, I definitely rank it at A tier just because I'm big into those kind of movies, and I'm gonna go on to one that I think you've seen. If not, then
probably not.
Probably not. But we're gonna go into the Paranormal Activity movies. Just any of them. Have you seen any of them?
I don't think so.
No. Okay. So first off, the Paranormal Activity movies, most of all of them are recorded like someone's recording it, okay? And then it'll go through like camera, because they always set up cameras in the house and everything for surveillance because they're feeling like there's something in the house. And they're setting up the surveillance to try to catch it or whatever. But in the Paranormal Activity movies, it's not like they're like ghost hunters going out. These are just like people, and they're like, the first one was really good where they had, the freaking, the lady, she was just getting married to her husband. They were all recording all that stuff, moving into their new house. She was getting pregnant with a baby and stuff like that. And like, they went down. That movie actually has like 5 different endings because that was during the time where they were testing the movies with different endings and shit like that. Like if you buy the movie, you get to see a special ending. If you watch it in the movie theaters, you saw this ending. If you watched it on TV, you saw this ending. But there was the 5 different ones, and I really liked it. I like the idea of also like the whole recording through a camera, like it was caught like for real life and stuff like that. And a lot of that looked really cool, but except for like in the first ones, like when shit goes flying, like you could tell that shit's attached to it like a string or something because it's like. So
why didn't they just hire ghosts to do it if ghosts are real?
Yeah, they could, but how do you pay a ghost?
You don't. You just, like you said, you can bind it to the set, like you bound the Annabelle doll.
Exactly.
If you can bound the Annabelle doll, whatever the fuck, you can bound a ghost to a certain place and make it do these crazy. If you have all this control over ghosts and spirits and shit, then why can't you control it to do what you want it to do and move certain shit?
Ghost slavery.
I'm just saying, dude, if ghosts are so real, people know all this information, they can bound shit and do hexes and all this shit and do magic on ghosts.
Yeah.
Then why can't they do magic to make it, do certain special shit?
Because Satan. I don't know.
Exactly. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Satan said no. Satan dims the rules.
The more you think about ghosts and the more you think about all this crazy shit, the more it becomes, what the fuck? How does this make any sense?
Yeah. There's not a lot of logic into it, A lot of people that do see it. Like what I've been I watch Ghost Adventures, a lot of that. And stuff like that. They came out with house calls, and in the house calls, like every person that you see, I'm and like sorry to the people if y'all are listening to our podcast and you hear me say this to y'all, that even if y'all probably got paid to do it, everyone that's on that show that are dealing with ghosts looks like they're dealing with drug issues too, and like two of them came out on the show and said they were doing drugs and everything because of the demonic oppression and stuff like that.
Excuses.
the demons in me making me do the drugs. But
that's excuses for a bad habit.
I'm gonna rank Paranormal Activity movies. I'm gonna rank that another B tier because I've watched them all, but I don't want to watch them again. The only reason why I would watch them again is to see the extra endings. But we have YouTube nowadays, so I can see the extra endings just watching it on YouTube. Like, look up Paranormal Activity extra movies. So I'm going to rank that one to B tier.
Makes sense.
Now,
I guess.
Now, we're going to go to one that I think you've seen. We were just talking about it. The It movies. I'm going to encompass all of them because I've seen the older ones, and I really was terrified on the older ones. The older ones like scared the fuck out of me because we watched the It movie before. That was like one of the first movies that my family had watched, like made me watch. And when we rented it, we didn't know there was a part 2, and we only got like the first part of the movie, and like it ended like halfway between like them meeting everyone. Like the library scene where you've definitely seen the meme of a clown like sitting on top of a railing and he's just going like moving his arms, spazzing up, and like shaking his head back and forth. I'll show you if you haven't seen it.
You know, I've seen I've seen a little bit of the original It. I haven't watched it all the way through because I was so bored that I turned off the movie and went to do something else.
Right. It's gonna be all these movies for all y'all listen, but definitely, I've seen the old ones. I've seen the new ones. The new ones are good in its sense, but the old one, I think I cherish it more. I would rank the old one, going just based off of like it being the original and everything. I'm gonna rank that one an A tier, and then with the newer ones, I'm gonna rank them a B tier because I'm not gonna watch. I would watch them again, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch them. And then we'll do a C tier, which is just,
So we're adding a C tier now?
Well, we said that earlier. We said we were doing a C tier.
No, I said we should, but you never confirmed or denied.
Oh, well, then we're not doing it. We're not doing a C
okay.
tier. We just got a B tier, and then we got a F tier. But what are you gonna rank them?
I'll give you 3 guesses. The first 2 don't count.
Okay, B.
Lowest thing I can other than F, because they're not terrible movies. They're not like the worst movies ever.
Right.
But they're not amazing, great, fucking amazing movies. They're, B. I've seen them, and that's it. I watched them, and that's it.
Right. God, I'm sorry this episode's going to be like just me talking about it, but, well, fuck. We're going to move on to some more, and might as well just keep talking about ones I know. I definitely, I'm a big fan of all of the Rob Zombie movies. I like it when the bad people win for some reason. And those like scary movies and things like that. Like that happens a couple times in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies.
I tried because you tried to show me a Rob Zombie movie, and I tried to watch it, but that was one of the dumbest, most brain dead, fucking stupid.
Was it 31?
I don't know. It was one of the Rob Zombie movies that you tried to show me.
What was going on?
I don't fucking remember because it was so stupid that I turned my brain off. It was, I'm sorry, the Rob Zombie, from what I've experienced with you showing me these Rob Zombie movies, or clips from the Rob Zombie movies, I'm like, this is stupid.
It's not.
It is.
I don't know. I like it. They're pretty good to me, but I'm gonna go with the.
I wonder what the ratings are on those movies. Probably bad.
Some of them, but I'm definitely gonna go with just the House of a Thousand Corpse. I don't know if you've seen that one, but that one fucking scared the fuck out of me because it was different. It was a different type of scary movie. Like it just with the whole like the bad guys actually winning, like actually killing, some of the people that are trying to get away, like in all the other movies, like they'll all slowly die off and there'll be one that'll survive. No, like in this one, no, they keep you like thinking they're all gonna survive, and then they all just fucking die every time. And every Rob Zombie movie, it's always the bad guys winning. And I think I'm gonna rank that one a good A tier because I've watched it. I've watched it multiple times. I could watch it every year, and I want to rank the all of the Rob Zombie movies an A tier for me. I won't say all of them because the last of the trilogy for the so it was House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, and then Three from Hell. I did not like Three from Hell just because they had to do with what they had to, and a lot of the characters from the first couple movies died, and so it was nice, but they feel like they were just trying to make another movie. So I'll rank that one a good like B tier. It was nice, but going on to the next couple movies on my tier list, I'm gonna do the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. You've had to see
one, the newest. I don't know if there's been a newer one.
Yeah, there's a new one.
I don't know if there's. I don't know. I didn't know if there was a newest one, but I saw one that came out like mid 20, like 20 something.
Was it the one where they were the family, like the girl? She was like, "This is my old family's house" or whatever, and she came to the house.
Yeah, it's the one where like the chainsaw guy, he wasn't really trying to kill that girl because they were related or some shit.
Yeah,
she had that pendant or something like that. And
yeah.
Whenever he saw that, he was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna kill her," or some shit.
Right,
like
and
that.
he was in the basement.
Yeah, something like that. The main scene I remember is he put that one guy on a fucking like hook in the basement or some shit. That's the main thing that I remember. From that movie.
So that's definitely that newer one. It's not the part of the newest ones because they just dropped two new ones. I think two new ones in the last year or so, or maybe even 2 years. But that one was like 2020, I want to say, somewhere around there. But that one, I would definitely. I like the Chainsaw Massacre movies.
The main reason I like the Chainsaw Massacre movies, I don't really like the fact that they over dramatize it and make it like this is some like evil entity or I mean, of course it's evil, but what I'm saying is it's this actually happened. There was actually a Texas Chainsaw Massacre where some guy went around with a chainsaw and murdered a bunch of people. That actually did happen, but he wasn't some fucking evil guy who had all these extra supernatural powers who could take bullets and shit and not he was a regular guy that just was fucking insane and went around murdering people with a chainsaw. Those type of horror movies, if they released more of those type of movies that were based on real events that actually happened and made them more realistic, I feel like I would enjoy those movies better. Right. Because that's something that can actually happen.
If you want to give the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies another chance one day, I'll find the one that I know that it's more like that. There's one because you kind of got the story wrong. He wasn't just a crazy guy going around and killing someone. It happened in Texas.
He was a crazy guy who
I guess he technically.
If
crazy
you're going around with a chainsaw and murdering people, you are crazy.
All right, now the guy was there was not a family feud, but a feud between neighboring people, and the guy was pissed off at them and was crazy and went off and killed them with a chainsaw and then cut off their faces, and he was called Leatherface. And he fucking would wear their faces and shit like that, and that's where like the whole Texas Chainsaw Massacre shit came from. Is the guy he called himself Leatherface when he would wear the fucking masks on his shit, and that's the nickname that the media and stuff that gave him when this shit was all going down. But
so did you actually do research on this, and this is like completely true?
This is
okay.
Real.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to after this. I'll do my own research because I don't believe that that's true at all. I don't think that he actually. I feel like that's part of the over dramatization of the movies where he was Leatherface and he wore people's faces.
He literally has face, like he had the people's that he chopped up with the chainsaw and shit. He cut off their faces and he wore them. That's what that guy gave him the name Leatherface, and that's why he's always seen with
Yeah, I feel
face
like that's
on
just this is just, once again, I'm not saying this is. I'm just saying I feel like it's an over dramatization of the films where he is Leatherface in the rest of people's faces. But no, like I wasn't wrong when I said he was a crazy guy who went around killing people with a chainsaw.
Right, yeah.
I didn't go into the whole story or anything like that, but I wasn't wrong saying that he was. If you think he's not crazy when he's going around and murdering people with a chainsaw, then you're crazy, and you probably would murder people with a chainsaw.
I told you I like it when the bad guys win. You know? But like, where would you rank the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie? That one, I guess you saw.
The one I saw,
and that's not even a good one, because like it's
probably F
tier.
I don't think that was a good movie at all. I didn't enjoy the movie at all. I watched it all the way through, yeah, but that's only because we were watching it as a family, and I couldn't leave. I had to watch it because we were watching it as a family. Because family things, you have to do it.
Right.
You don't have a choice. If you're in my family and you don't want to do something as a family, something's wrong with you. It's like, maybe I just don't want to watch the fucking movie.
Right.
Maybe I just don't want to watch the fucking movie.
But yeah, like I definitely gonna rate that if we're talking about yours. But I'm gonna broadly talk about all of them. That's what I'm gonna rank. If we're talking about yours,
I'll sit back.
I'm definitely gonna say that F tier would go to that movie, because I don't think that one was. It was good. It was good for another Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie to come out, you know, because I like all of them. I've seen them all, and I just think that, you know, it was good to keep it going, you know, like I kind of like the whole keep the movies going, making new ones and going throughout the years and shit like that, you know, like remaking.
I don't like that at all.
Well,
it is completely stupid and retarded, and that's why you have all these Friday the 13th movies and all these other action movies that are shit that nobody likes to watch that make the movie terrible. Sorry about that. That was our friend fucking with us. I'm sure y'all heard that shit. But anyways, continue. I think I was saying something. No, it was. I just think continuously making movies over and over again, making like 10 movies in the same type of thing, just ruins the other movies. It just ruins the entire idea of the movies. Make good movies, 2 or 3 of them, then that's it. It's over. Done with. Because if you continue making movies, at that point you're just trying to make money. It's not about the movie. It's not about pleasing the crowd. It's not about anything like no. No. It's about making money. When you make 10 movies that are the same fucking movie, it's no longer about pleasing the people. It's about just trying to make that quick buck. You're trying to make money because something happened. You made a good movie. And now you're gonna keep reusing that same idea, that same movie over and over again to make money.
Now I can admit that that they're getting, like, when they're like that extreme and everything. Yes, I can see that. But like going from like the old fucking 19 fucking
remaster 80s, it.
That's like the 2007 one, like the Rob Zombie freaking Halloween movie. That was a remake. That movie was good. I liked it. They remaked it. So
they used the same movie and upped the film quality and just made the movie better. Or did they get new actors and new everything?
And
see, that's not a remake.
It's the same. It was the same places, the same everything.
Yeah.
Just
take
new
the
actors.
Old movie and revamp it. Like they do with video games all the fucking time.
Yeah,
they take old video games and they just remaster them and up the quality of the game, and
I think there's people out there that will agree with me.
It's that simple. It's that simple. Instead of spending all this money to, do this over and over again to make movies that a lot of people aren't gonna fucking like. I mean, I haven't seen it, but Jason in Space. I've heard so much shit talked about that fucking movie.
Yeah, it's one of the worst Jason movies ever. But yes, like I'm not.
That's all I'm saying is, if you keep making a movie over and over again, and you keep doing it, like, it gets worse. Usually,
I don't know, because like I can say that with the Halloween movies. Like we used to watch. Not the Halloween, the Friday the 13th movies. They had all the old Friday the 13th movies. Those with like the quality of like what they could film with and everything.
Up to what, 3 or 4? That's fine. But when you get to 15 or 10, that's an issue.
Well, but they're not calling them 15 and 10. They're calling them Friday the 13th. Like they made.
Of course, they're not going to call it Friday the 13th 10. But look at just look at the Fast and the Furious franchise. They should have ended that a while ago. Now they're on 10. They're probably going to make an 11. And then they're probably going to make a 12. They're probably going to keep fucking going and keep going and keep going. And it's
But that's for family.
all I'm saying is the more you continuously make a movie on the same exact idea, same exact plan, with the same exact things over and over again, it gets boring and just overdone. People don't like that.
Right.
The only movies
I don't
that's
think it gets
good
boring
for,
me, like, because I like the better quality, the better
like
graphics.
I said, remaster the old ones.
I mean,
Very
you really
simple.
can't remaster.
Yes, you can. They literally take films that were in black and white and recolor them to where they're colored and have 4K quality. They're doing that. That's not a fake thing. That's actually
Right.
happening today. If they can do that with black and white photos, they can do that with old film.
Right. I guess. I mean, yeah. I mean, I can agree with that you can do that, but I think I like the movies coming out. I like more of the movies and everything like that because I
If it's a new horror movie, yes.
Yeah.
But if it's Friday the 13th, 51, of course they're not going to call it 51. They're probably going to Friday the 13th in hell. It's like it's overplayed. It's overdone.
Yeah.
You need to stop.
When they start doing stuff like that, that's where I can say that it does get it. Like, because with the Friday the 13th, they like it was Friday the 13th, and then they had the Nightmare Freddy versus Jason and all those movies. Like the Freddy versus Jason and everything, that was cool. But then they did it like Freddy versus Jason 2, and then Freddy versus Jason 3, and like that's where like all those. Yes, I can admit that they get bad like that. But
That's exactly what I'm saying. When you overplay a concept,
yeah.
it's too much. You've done too much. Like when they like, I feel like 3 movies is a good stopping point, and usually the third movie is not the most liked movie. Usually it's still the first one. I mean, look at the original Spider-Man movies. I like all 3 of those movies, but if I had to choose which one I'm going to watch over and over again, out of those movies, I choose the first one every single time.
I don't know. I like this. I was raised on the Tommy the Maguire freaking Spider-Man. I was raised on those movies and they were really good. But I'm a big fan of the Andrew Garfield one, even though he was a prick and everything like that and lost the role and shit. I just like the
I didn't
fact
hear anything
that he
about
was,
that. But no, those movies are good too, but they're not as good as the OG.
I would watch the Andrew Garfield ones more than I would watch the OG.
But can you explain to me why?
Because I like the Spider-Man. I like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man because he was more of a I don't know, like he was quick-witted with everything, like, you know how like that scene where he like spilt the coffee, then pulled the thing, and then knocked over all those guys and everything. That was cool to me. And then also you see Spider-Man with him riding his skateboard and everything. Well, it's just Peter Parker, but you see Andrew Garfield doing tricks with the skateboard and everything, which just gives him more of a like freestyle vibe. Also, when you see all 3 movies, when he's the only Spider-Man to do cool flips and shit while he's flipping through the air. All the rest of Spider-Mans, they just do their normal, regular Spider-Man swing, you know, and they'll do maybe like, you know.
When's the last time you saw the other movies?
I've seen all of them, and I can tell
But when's
you
the last time?
Well, not too long ago, because we literally just watched the last the Tom Holland ones, and he does a couple flips, but not like Andrew Garfield ones.
In the Tobey Maguire one, he does
That's
flips
all
and shit
CGI.
too. He does flips and shit too.
It's not even CGI. That's more like that's all green screening and everything. Like he's not like. With
you think Andrew Garfield is actually doing flips through the city?
He was actually doing flips through the city, but he was doing the flips. Like
yes, and so
Tobey
was
Maguire. He was
and
strapped
it wasn't
doing flips.
It wasn't Andrew Garfield. It was a stunt double.
Andrew Garfield did most of the swinging ones.
Most. I love how you have to preface it with most. But no, yes, of course there's going to be stunt doubles in most of the movies that you see. Yes.
Right. We're getting
and there's going to be wires in most of the movies that you see when they're doing flips and stuff because they're trying to protect the actors because that's a huge insurance claim. The only people who actually do their own stunts consistently are like Jason Statham, Tom Cruise, John Wick, people like that.
Yeah.
Those people consistently do their own stunts and do everything themselves. All the Spider-Man movies, they have stunt doubles that do their tricks for them, and they have people that do their tricks for them, and they are all basically some type of green screen or CGI because they're not actually going to be doing those flips to the fucking city.
Right.
I'm just saying the Tobey Maguire ones are more well made.
I mean,
for their time, they're more well made. Their stories are better.
Coming out of his wrist, like that. There was only one of those Spider-Mans that was like that.
No,
like that.
that actually have webs coming out of their arms or coming out of their body parts?
Most of them made their own.
Not most. A good amount, yes.
Yeah, a good amount of the Spider-Mans.
But
I guess
there's also a good amount that have it just coming out of them. There's Spider-Man who are actually literally spiders and have multiple arms. So I like that's what I'm saying is no, just because. Like,
well, whatever. We're getting off topic because it's not even the Halloween movies, but going on to another movie going on because we did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I rated those a tier. We're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with my all-time favorite movie, which is stupid.
Princess's Bride.
No,
that's a good movie.
But I'm gonna do this one. I know you probably haven't seen, but it's called Christine. It's a horror movie and it's about a car. And the car was made in the factory and everything. Somehow it had some kind of spirit in it. It's really stupid and raunchy, but I could watch that movie 100 times just because of I don't know. I just like it. It's so good. And I want to rank that S tier. You know, I want to go there with S tier with Christine. All y'all can roast me if y'all want to. I don't care about the quality of the movie. I don't care if it's old and stupid and raunchy. I like the whole car killing scene. You know, like the car's got a mind of its own, like almost like Hello Governor from fucking regular show.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go ahead and preface this. Damien's one of those people who likes bad movies.
Okay, yes, Starship Troopers is the best movie of all time.
He enjoys watching terrible movies. He loves to love things that people hate, and I feel like it's not because he actually loves them. I feel like he just wants to be different.
You could think what you want, man. I just have a different taste, you know. Some people don't. That's why I wanted to talk about all the horror movies I liked, and then I realized you don't know any.
Yeah, I try and do topics that we can both, have conversations on and both talk about. But you think of topics that only you get to. I see. No, it's fine. It's fine. You're a little selfish. I get it.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to come up with that. I'm trying. But yeah, I'm gonna rank that one S tier. We're gonna go ahead and go into
go ahead and
more.
move on to the next one because I've never seen that movie.
Never seen that one. All right. What do you got? What movies have you seen? Rate some more.
What's that one with Megan Fox? I don't even know if that's a horror movie. It's more of a thriller. Megan's Body, some shit like that.
Megan's Body.
Some shit like that. I don't know. They go to a concert. She gets in a van with these band guys. The concert place starts burning down, and then they all go out and get out, and then she's with her friend. It's this blonde chick with the glasses or whatever. I forget the actors in it, but I know it's Megan Fox because she's foxy. But and this is young Megan Fox too. Basically they take her and they do some sacrifice thing. The band does. They sacrifice her, some shit like that, and then she comes back and she's not herself, whatever the fuck. And if she doesn't fuck and eat men, then she starts looking ugly and she feels like shit. But if she fucks and eats men, then she gets to she gets prettier and she gets stronger and shit like that. And
some octopusy shit.
It's one of the movies that I've seen only because, and I watched that when I was younger because my parents were watching that in the living room, and this was in North Carolina. I was super young, and we watched it in there, and I remember watching that, and I was like, damn, I like this movie, but it's just because it was Megan Fox.
Have you seen the Piranha movies?
No.
If
it has anything to with Sharknado, Piranha-nado, Tornado.
No NATO. Just because a Piranha Triple D was one of the best.
Piranha Triple D.
Yeah, because it was in 3D. It was in
Sounds
3DD. And but in that one the some ancient piranhas from the prehistoric era broke out of a cavity under sea and came out, and that's when they started killing everyone and everything. But in that movie, the third one, they have a scene where they're this guy gets on a boat with his girl and everything, and there's two other girls on there that are shooting a porn flick with them, and there's the guy that's the guy that's recording and everything. They do like body shots and shit, and then they go down to the bottom of the deck or like underneath the boat or whatever, and you can see through the bottom of the boat. And the girls, the other two girls that are short in the porn thing, they get out butt naked and they start swimming around in the water. And the guy that's recording it, he's like, put your ass on the glass, put your ass on the glass. And fucking, like, me and Chase used to die laughing every time we watched that movie. And there was also boobs. That's another reason why we watched a lot of horror movies, because, like, they had, like, the Friday the 13th movies had boobies and shit. You know, little teenage boys want to see a little bit of slit of boob, you know. But the Piranha movies, they have some good... It's funny more than...
That's like my exact thing, is a horror movie actually a good horror movie if it makes you laugh more than it makes you actually feel some type of terror or fright?
I don't know. Like, I mean, like when as a kid, they terrified me because I was a kid. But now that I'm older, I can watch horror movies and not jump when something's happened because I know with the music and I've watched enough horror movies.
I understand what you're saying, but if it's a horror movie, if its genre is horror and it's supposed to be scary in some type of way, right? It's supposed to be scare you in some type of way, make you feel some type of like tingle up your spine or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Even if you're an adult and you watch a horror movie, you might get jumped by jump scares or shit like that, or it might make you feel a certain way. You might not be terrified or completely horrified, and you know it's fucking fake and not real. Mm-hmm. But if the horror movie does not make you feel some type of fear in some semblance of the way of that fear is it really a good horror movie? Does it accomplish what it set out to accomplish? No,
not really. But I mean, all the horror movies I watched, like with the jump scares and everything, that does scare me. I still jump with jump scares. The music can come and everything, and it'll jump, and I'll be like, just a little quick flinch. But like,
VR is the only time that I really, when I'm playing a VR horror game, because I'm actually in the shit.
Fucking Preston.
He was supposed
to be I was gonna have him as a special guest on here, but he doesn't know anything about horror movies either. But fucking Preston, he fucking put on that VR right after you were like, "You want to try it, buddy?" And he put it on and like literally was in there for maybe 2 minutes. Turned around, saw a skeleton just grinning at him, and he was like, "Nope, nope, nope." That shit was funny. But yeah, we're gonna run this one a little short. If you want, unless you want to talk about something else, you got something else you want to?
I think there's a couple other like I don't even know if they're considered horror, but they're more thriller movies. Like I feel like A Quiet Place is more of a thriller. I don't think that's horror. I think that's thriller. And there is a difference between thriller movies and horror movies. There is.
Thriller movies are supposed to just get you on, like, make you feel anxious the whole time. Yeah. Horror movies are supposed to scare the shit out of you.
So I feel like I've seen a lot more thriller than I have seen horror. But there is this one horror movie that I saw when I was a kid.
You saw Bird Box. Bird Box is horror and thriller.
Bird Box was not scary, though.
Bird Box wasn't scary? I thought, dude, Bird Box had me fucking, like, on my edge of my seat.
Bird Box was more of a thriller, in my opinion. It was less horror than it was thriller. It was more a thriller movie. I feel like that was more of a thriller movie.
That shit had me on the edge of my seat. It kind of had me a little fear in the heart because I was like, how do you fight something you can't see, and it just instantly makes you makes you do suicide?
You don't have to fight it. You just don't look at it. You just keep your eyes closed.
Okay, and
it's the easiest thing to counter. Literally the easiest thing to counter. Just don't open your fucking eyes.
But then they have
people that are stupid that open their eyes
and that are working for them because
that they are insane in some type of way. Because in the movie it was prisoners or some shit that were usually people who already had issues in their head, bad people that got and they would see and then they try and make you see. Guess what you do? You say you avoid those fucking people, and you stay in a spot that you can avoid those people at. And if those people come for you, guess what?
How are you supposed to find that spot if you can't see?
You don't see. There's plenty of blind people in this world who can find their way around, and do perfectly fucking fine.
But how do you gonna know when someone's just gonna be seeing you and you
be smart?
You down,
They're not going to snipe you down. They try and get you to open your eyes. They don't kill you straight out. They try and make you join their cause, or they try and make you see this entity that is trying to be seen.
Yeah.
So as soon as someone comes up to you and touches you, you always have protection on you, some type of knife or gun or something like that, and you stab the motherfuckers. And then you pull out your gun and you start shooting.
I mean, you saw how that went in the movie.
Because everyone that was in the movie was a fucking idiot.
Well.
You saw the same movie I did, right?
Yeah, I know. MGK died.
Most of them are
That was
fucking
the best
stupid.
movie of all time. Right
Most
there.
of them are fucking
That
stupid.
should have been the best movie right there. MGK fucking died.
Most of them were fucking stupid. Let's be honest here. I'm not saying that I would be the best in that type of situation, but I would definitely try and be as smart as I possibly could.
Right. I mean, you really don't know much of like that whole Bird Box thing. You really don't know. They didn't know what was going on. They just know everyone's committing suicide. And
you can't look at it. They knew that. They knew that you couldn't open your eyes. That's why they all wore blindfolds when they went outside. They knew how to survive in that situation. Just how they dealt with other circumstances was stupid.
Yeah.
They let someone in that was outside that didn't have a blindfold or anything on. They let them in. You didn't have your eyes closed or a blindfold on, and we just let you in? That's fucking retarded. Why the fuck would you do that? No, you're not coming in this fucking house. I mean, it's there's very simple things. There's very simple things.
The smartest guy was the guy in the old guy that was the alcoholic. Even though he did some stupid shit trying to get alcohol and everything like that. But I mean, like, he was the smartest one. He was like, "Don't fucking let him in," and then they fucking put him in the fucking. They put him in the the garage, and then that fucking guy came in and fucking fucked them all up. Was fucking everyone up. Put the birds in the thing. The guy's like, he put the birds in the refrigerator. He's fucking crazy. I fucking told y'all. And then bam, he gets fucking whacked in the black dude get whacked in the back of the head. I mean, like, yeah.
I'm just saying. Most of the time, horror movies
they're predictable.
Yes, they're predictable. But secondly, the people that are in them are stupid. That's why they die, because they're dumb.
Have you seen that? You had definitely seen it. That Geico commercial where it was like they're all like, where do we go? And they're like, why don't we get in the running car? And they're like, no, are you fucking crazy?
Let's go hide behind all the wall of chainsaws. Yeah,
the guy's just standing there. Yeah,
that's exactly
every horror movie.
That's horror movies. Yeah, because the people in the horror movies are stupid. They make them stupid, so that makes the movie, I guess, better in some way. But no, I want to see some actual smart people, do some smart things and then maybe still die. That's
31 and the Rob Zombie movie. Like
Rob Zombie movie.
Yeah.
Rob Zombie.
If y'all like Rob Zombie movies, comment
I'm
down there
gonna look up the fucking ratings on that shit after this, because Jesus Christ, I guarantee you they're fucking terrible.
I mean, I like them. I like terrible movies though.
But I don't know. I mean, I can't really think of any other horror movies that I've... Oh, yeah, I was going to say, there was this one that I saw when I was younger. My parents watched. It was I probably shouldn't have watched it when I was a kid. I mean, but there is this clown. It was basically this clown guy, and he went to this kid's birthday party, and these kids were fucking with him. And basically, they pushed him over, and he fell, and there was the dishwasher open, the knife was sticking up, which was so fucking stupid. But the knife was sticking up, and the clown fell over, and the clown died. So then the clown comes back like years later or whatever the fuck, and he starts killing the kids. Like, well, I wouldn't even say they were the kids. At this point, they were like adults or whatever the fuck. But he came back and he just went on the murder spree. And I was pretty interesting, I guess. I don't really remember a lot about it because it was a long time ago when I saw it. But once again, all these movies that I'm listing off are, not like great, fucking amazing movies that I go back and watch again. Like even Bird Box, I wouldn't watch that again. A Quiet Place, I wouldn't watch that again. Just these movies that I've watched them once, and I'm like, okay, that's enough. I'm good. I don't really need to see that again. I don't need to go out of my way to see that again.
Well, I'm sorry, guys. This episode was more just me talking about movies I like. If y'all have any opinions on, what our opinions on...
Next episode, we're going to talk about something that Damien knows nothing about. I'm going to bring up quantum physics or some shit.
Yeah.
Damien's not going to fucking talk at all next episode.
I'll have some stupid questions to ask. I guarantee it. But, no. Again, everyone, give us a good like, good comment, share... subscribe. Definitely subscribe. Hit that notification.
Yeah.
Do
Follow
all the
us.
things.
We're on Spotify, YouTube.
We're still working on getting the TikTok thing with Sean, right?
Yeah.
We're still working on that.
Sean's waiting for more episodes to come out.
Right.
And then the YouTube short. Plus, he's in college, so he has other things going on now as well. But the YouTube short thing, that's we're coming up on 10 episodes. I think we have like 2 more, I believe. Because I think this is going to be our 7th, so we have 3 more, and then I'll see about cutting some of them up and releasing some shorts. But yeah, no, that's basically it. Just follow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure y'all are sharing.
Yeah,
Share. We get some views. We don't get a lot of views. Let's be honest here. We don't get a huge amount of views. We're at like 60 or 68 or 70 across all videos. But just share it. Get it out there. If you watch it, you enjoy it. Even if you don't enjoy it, share someone else and make them suffer too.
Right.
You know, make everyone else feel the same way you do when you listen to this podcast, no matter what that may be. Just share it. Let people know. Okay? But I'm going to let Damien continue wrapping this up. My bad.
Yeah.
I just wanted to talk a little bit, okay?
Yeah, you're good. I mean, that's all you. You hadn't really been doing a lot of talking, except telling me how bad all the movies are. But yeah, we'll see all y'all next week. I appreciate y'all listening to me talk about all my movies and everything, and all the ones I like. If y'all have some comments, again, just comment down. I want to read some of the comments. I want to talk to some of y'all about these movies because obviously this guy doesn't like these movies. But again, we're the Banter Bros. I'm Damien.
And I'm Minnie.
And podcast out.